Now we're gonna do what the ANC had did to the apartheid government. Now we're going to do it to the ANC government, together with the JNU, whatever they call themselves. We're not gonna stop. I'm not inciting violence, but if we have to fight, if this country has to be ungovernable, then let it be. Today, the pain that our commanders have felt for the past 5 days will not be in vain, commanders. And I want you, commanders, hello. Now, Masugala, we're going back to course. We're going to operate. There's nothing wrong that we have done. We have not broken any laws. Instead, we are implementing and enforcing the laws that the government is failing to enforce. So, Masugala Gators, unfortunately, it's very far. We can't chant. We'll just chant until Sifika Lapaya. Singene Motwen. Commanders, let's find. Let us all go to course. And today we have a meeting with the Minister of Health. He must tell us why did he issue an instruction that our people need to be arrested when we do this operation.
According to the Minister of Health in South Africa, only 89% of the nation's population are registered who have ID or documents because they feel like they are living in their country and they don't need any identity to show anyone. Some of them feels that way. So actually, this group, this terrorist group, this Operation Dudula group, this vigilante group are chasing people who are even citizens because they don't have any documents. It is very sad. Let's hear from the Minister of Health in South Africa, what he got to say.
First, yes, I responded to them in 2 ways. Number one, and I want the country to know that on the issue of civil registration and vital statistics, it is a problem in the whole African continent. Many African countries have not been able to register all their people. In fact, according to the statistics we have, the country that is far ahead of registering its citizens is Egypt. It has registered its citizens 98%, which means 92% of Egyptians don't have any documentation whatsoever. In South Africa, we are at 89% documentation, which means 11% of South Africans are not documented. If you look at our population, 11% will be about 6 million people. They don't have any form of document, but they are not illegal because they are in their country. They are South Africans, but they've got no document, nothing whatsoever. They don't appear in any database. And I think the prime example you may remember is our Bester. And we found that most of his relatives were not registered. So I said, if you do it the way you are doing it, you are going to turn away many South Africans who are legitimately South Africans but do not have any documents. Having worked in Home Affairs, I met such people. I met people who are 64, 65, who are South Africans but they've never had any document. So I said they must be very careful exactly what they are doing. Secondly, I said, if we instruct the clerks not to give anybody a fine, and they go out and die, you are going to be sued. Imagine a pregnant woman who gets into a hospital, refuse to be seen, go out and deliver a baby in the street. And I'm sure you know that that has happened many times and we are attacked. So I warned them about those things. And they said, now, do we just fold our arms and do nothing? I said, no. As a country, we are not saying we must do nothing. You remember, Mpo, when I was in Home Affairs, firstly, I launched the Border Management Authority to try and make the border safer. Secondly, I reviewed all the immigration laws and drew a new white paper on immigration, if you remember. A white paper in which I proposed that we need to repeal the Citizenship Act, the Identification Act, the Refugee Act, and the Immigration Act, and start them from the beginning because there are quite a number of mistakes there. So I said the route they are following is a law of the jungle.
This is my first time seeing an individual issuing a threat to a whole government. And I am very surprised that the ANC government is quiet about this group or this lady called Zandile, because this is how terrorist groups start. There is a saying that there is no smoke without fire. What triggered this anger of the leader of Operation Dudula, Zandile, to issue this threat to the government of South Africa, the ANC government? Not long ago, the Operation Dudula members took or chased a pregnant woman from a hospital, claiming she is an immigrant, an illegal immigrant, which they call them foreigners. And why are they doing this? They claim foreign people, or Africans in particular, are not allowed to receive medical care in South Africa. Medical care must be reserved for the citizens only, but not other Africans from other African nations. I know a lot of Chinese who are foreigners. Some are even illegal. I know many Europeans who are foreigners. Some are even illegal. But the meaning of a foreigner in South Africa is the black African from another African nation. The white skin, the Chinese, are not foreigners in South Africa. You know, it is very difficult to change the mindset of someone who is not educated enough, because she feels like whatever that she is doing is on the right direction. She said she is going to let the government do what is right, what is constitutional, what is law. And does she know anything about the laws of the nation? No, she don't know anything, because international laws that abide every country according to health, anyone can receive medical care, medication in any country, no matter the nationality that the person is. So this person is someone who don't know anything about healthcare, who don't know anything about laws and regulations. Someone who doesn't want to tell the people, the masses, what to do and what not to do. Let's listen to some of their people trying to stop immigrants. Let me say foreigners, because they refer foreigners as African immigrants. Foreigners from accessing medical care.
ID, stop, access card, stop, access card, stop to access card. If you're a patient, ID. Rizani Paraguay doesn't allow foreigners anymore. No foreigners in our hospitals. Foreigners go back. ID. Rizani Paraguay, we don't allow foreigners yet. ID. We don't allow foreigners yet. ID. Identify yourself. ID, please.
Even the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, has tried his best to explain to them about what they are doing. Let them know that it is very wrong, and it will come back at the long run to hit them back, because what they are doing is against international laws. But they fail to understand. Let's listen to the president of the nation, Cyril Ramaphosa.
The Freedom Charter says that there shall be peace and friendship. It envisages a South Africa at peace with the nations of the world, in which the rights and freedoms of all the people who live in this country are protected. The attacks that we have witnessed in the past few days on foreign nationals that have taken place in many parts of our country are an affront to the aspirations of our forebears who drafted our Freedom Charter. These attacks are a violation not only of the rights of the individuals who are affected, but also of the values and the principles that define our democracy. We must condemn in no uncertain terms such behavior without any hesitation. It is not acceptable that any one of us as South Africans can go out and attack people from other countries because they come from other countries. It cannot be acceptable. It dehumanizes us as South Africans. As we seek to dehumanize them, we are dehumanizing ourselves, and these people also have the same human rights that we have. They are also human beings like we are, and these attacks must stop with immediate effect. We must act decisively to end such violence and work to ensure that it does not happen again in this country, in Mandela's South Africa, in Oliver Tambo's South Africa, in Walter Sisulu's South Africa. This must not continue to happen.
A word to the wise is always enough. I'll see you in my next video. My name is Don Cyrus. Thanks for always coming back to watch my videos. I appreciate you. Like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel to help us grow.